Yeah, so one of the most challenging portions of coming up with Square One Bible Study for Christian Foundations was to develop the about the author portion. So throughout this whole time, I really haven't talked about myself or said I in the book. It really wasn't about me at all. But now, like my publisher is saying, come up with an about the author portion. So I just started looking at other or books or authors that I admired or maybe looked up to. One of the things that I found that was troubling was they all sounded the same. They were all this person is the CEO for such and such company, or this person is the lead pastor for this ministry, or they are the founder of such and such school of theology. And so really I didn't necessarily have that clout, so to speak. And I really didn't also have want to even start that way. I was really thinking about if someone, the way I considered the about the author portion is if someone picked up the book and they only looked at the about the author portion at the bottom, what would be the most important thing for them to take away from the author? And so my about the author portion started with Demetrius Pruitt loves Jesus Christ. And he expresses that love firstly by loving his wife, Kamashe, and his children, Jace and Michaela. So that was like that was my first statement. And when I submitted it, and even to like other people that I know who maybe have published books or just did a lot of reading, they were like, "Man, you've got to put your credentials. You know, you've been in the army, you've got a degree," and there was just so much pressure, even from the publisher, to be like, "This is not how we normally do things with an about the author." And I was fully convinced that this was the way to go. The most important thing about me as an author is that I love Jesus Christ. I express that love firstly as a husband and then as a father and leader of my household. That was the most important thing. That's the most important credential that I could present is that I love Jesus Christ. I'm filled with his spirit. I'm gifted by him. And Square One just flows from there. So this is a picture of my family. We were in West Virginia here as I was graduating with my master's degree very shortly after that, or maybe the same day or the next day. But this is us. It's us four. To my left is Jace. He is our 4 year old. He holds us. He's the one who holds all of us accountable for the things we do and don't do. So he's definitely a leader in that right. Michaela to our right is the artist of the family. She makes sure that we are in tune with our artistic selves, that we think about the way things look, the way things are presented. And then my wife, she is amazing. However big Square One Christian Ministries and this book gets, my wife is a prophetic word was given to her. It will be her ministry will exceed in the impact of my ministry. So she is the CEO of Tower Above Financial Solutions. She is a kingdom wealth strategist. And so what that means is the resources that God has blessed all of us with, you can take those resources to her and help, and she will help you see the vision that God has for you and your finances. She is in the business of recovering people from unhealthy spending habits, from counterproductive money mindsets, and really putting them on track to be someone who can be a kingdom financier, someone who God can flow money through to give to those who are in need and to give into the kingdom. So that is what my wife does. She's a accredited financial coach or financial counselor. I probably have to restart this part because she wants me to say like accredited financial counselor. She has a whole bunch of other letters behind her name, more than we can think of. And she's also finishing up one of her graduate certificates with Creighton University. So she is amazing. I love her despite all these other accolades and things that's got going on. I love the God in her more than anything else. That was the first time I laid eyes on her. I saw Jesus Christ in her. At the time, I wasn't even walking with the Lord, and I didn't really have the words to even describe it. But that's what it is, and that's why I love her so much. God has put her in my life to help me reach these dreams, reach these goals. One of them being the book Square One: Bible Study for Christian Foundations. So that's a little bit about me, a little bit about my family. Here's what I want you guys to do. Please follow me on Band. Band is not your normal social media. I have freely chosen, and I'll probably make another video on this later, but I have chosen to stay away from a lot of the addictive social technologies such as Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, these things that just draw us in, just draw our attention. Band allows me to just you to see the things I want you to see. You don't have to see anything else. You're not looking at advertisements. It's really the latest and greatest of everything having to do with Square One. I call it a hub for divine intel. That's what God has really been doing this entire project with Square One Bible Study for Christian Foundations. Is God is just filtering intel from the throne room and putting it all in one succinct place. Can't wait to see you guys as I travel, and I can't wait to Square One Bible Study for Christian Foundations coming out January 2023. Start that new year from Square One.